Today's message: you cannot justify your ambition to someone who have never built anything from scratch. Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs of wealth. Guys, today I'm going to talk about XRP, but I want to talk about XRP as in XRP exit strategies. Now, although we're talking about XRP, you can take this method of thinking and apply it throughout your portfolio. In fact, I prefer you do that. Although we're talking about XRP, because XRP is going to generate a lot of, just a ton of profits depending on where you got in. So I got something I want you to see, something I want you to watch. It's 1 minute and 49 seconds, and then we're going to discuss it and why it is so important, but more so why it is important for anyone watching this video that is trying to turn their situation around or their life, why it is important to take things in this order. So if you're someone that is in crypto and you may have just started, but or you've been in it a while, you have a portfolio, but you haven't thought this far out, then this is a video for you. Guys, this is your first time here to Grow Rich, Grow Happy. I am Mr. Foresight, and it is my mission to help a lot of you just understand more about yourself, because by understanding self and overcoming self, you can obtain wealth. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, I understand that this is one of those asset classes that not everyone really just gets. And I'm here to break it down for you just on a basic level so that you don't have to be a genius to understand it. But you do realize that you are at a point in life where you do have to act and get in it. This is not financial advice. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. But as always, my videos are meant to empower you guys out there. So if this sounds like a channel for you, by all means, I love if you stick around. I love if you become a member by subscribing for free. And smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos. And down low, you will see a bunch of freebies for you guys. But one I want you to pay attention to is getting you a cold storage wallet, because all of these dreams and aspirations all of you have are for naught if you lose your crypto or if it gets locked up on a centralized exchange and you can extract your profits. So I have a 10% on Tangent wallets. That 10% does go to support the channel. I thank you in advance. So guys, let's talk. So one of the things that a lot of people, we get in the habit of investing and we say, yeah, as soon as this bull run really starts, although we're in the bull run, but as soon as altcoin season kick off and everything starts to going just through the roof and XRP start hitting some of these magic numbers that everyone keeps talking about, and some of your other assets as well. One thing we think about, yeah, I'm going to go out and buy this, I'm going to buy that, I may pay this off. But I always tell people this: until you write it down, it's really not yours. So it's always, I'm just that person now. I used to hate planning out, but when it comes to cryptocurrency or anything that you're invested in, you have to plan. So plan ahead and start looking at some of the things that need to be taken care of so that then you can live the life that you want and you can continue to build on that foundation to your legacy and financial freedom. So what I'm going to do, I'm jump over here on, I'm actually going to jump over to Facebook, and I do have a Facebook account as well, guys, at I was finna say Mr. Foresight, but at Grow Rich, Grow Happy. Grow Rich, Grow Happy. Just type that in. But so we got to jump over here. We're going to take a look at this. So this guy, I followed Jack Carver, I believe. And check this out, guys. I'm going to let you guys hear this. It's only a minute and something, and then we're going to talk about it. Check this out.
What do you think about the hypothetical exit strategy for 20K XRP? What are you going to do with the money? You need to have an objective with the profits that you're taking. So don't just pick some arbitrary number where I'm going to exit and sell some for this much. Know what you're going to do with that money. I have how much ever credit card debt at 30% interest that I need to get paid off. At $10, I'm going to sell da-da-da and be able to pay off that debt because I'm effectively going to make 30% on my money if I do it that way. That's a sharp way to do it. I'm going to take this much profit at this price, and I'm going to buy 3 car washes that print me $100,000 a month between them. Cool. Like those are the conversations that you should be having. Please have a plan for how you're going to allocate that capital. Know what you're going to do to mitigate the capital gains in case those don't go away on the crypto that you sold, whether that's long-term or short-term capital gains. Buy assets. Be an owner. Don't be an employee. Buy assets that pay for your liabilities. Again, the passive income, you want twice the passive income of your expenses every single month. And you can do that with XRP. That was the whole goal for me, is before it was just ROI on XRP. Like that's all you got. But now we have ways to generate returns, cash in your pocket, quarterly on your XRP in a legitimate way. Not like Lunacy protocol that rugged everybody. Like this is done at the highest standard, regulated, institutional possible way that we can do it. But I think there's a lot of people out there that just spout these numbers off and pick an arbitrary number and say this percentage at this number. Please don't do that. Please have an objective with the capital that you're taking or the profits that you're taking. Understand that the potential tax implications for that and have a way to be able to offset that by purchasing assets that cash flow to pay for your liabilities.
Okay. Now, guys, so important. Now, especially when it comes to things like XRP, what a lot of people, we're expecting it to really go crazy. Honestly, I had a dream last night. This is so crazy. And it's also going to indicate how much I'm always thinking about work. I love working. But I had a dream that XRP reached $70. Yeah, crazy thing, right? And I remember people was texting me like crazy. They were like, hey, XRP just reached $70. And I was like, 70 cents? And they was like, hey, no, $70. And I remember my mind was racing like, man, I wish I would have gotten more XRP and this and that. And at the time in the dream, I only had like 5,000 XRP, which is a damn lie. I had way more than that. But I remember thinking about that. And one of the things in my head, and I know this sounds like it's scripted, but this is truth. I dreamed this last night. First thing I said to myself, what am I going to do with the money? So, and this is where this idea came from for this particular episode. Anyway, so I got up and I got to thinking about that. Now remember this video right here. So he has a great point. When it comes to any investment that you're in, what are you going to do with the money? So many times people do not reach their financial dreams because they don't have a plan. They don't even have one. And I always say write it down, but they don't even have one in here. They just like, yeah, when it reached this much money, I'm going to be good. But you got to seriously think about debt. Some of your debts you might have. Some of you might have credit card debt hanging over your head that you're paying all of this interest on. Therefore, it's hard for you to even have any extra money left over so that you can invest. So a lot of things like that you want to pay off. You do have to think about tax as well. Remember also, guys, if you look down below, I do have a exit strategy that can be purchased. And it's damn good. But I'm just using that, like, know how much taxes you are going to have to pay on that money if you sell it within a short amount of time. So a good way to look at that is hopefully, you know, President Trump does away with those capital gains taxes. That would be great for a lot of us crypto investors and stock investors. But there's things you have to look at. Like me personally, I have already started dibbling and dabbling in other assets. I've always bought other assets, but now I'm looking more intensely into other assets. I give you one, like that Lofty website where you can invest in real estate. I look at websites like that, and while they say, and I'm just going to veer off a little bit, while they say you can invest like $50 and become part of an owner in a property, say in Texas or something, and you get returns on that monthly and yearly. If you really look at the long-term thing of that, if you're only going to invest $50, you're only going to be earning like $1 and something a year. So those are the things you have to look at. And then you have to look at it and say, well, what if I put like $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 in? Now we're talking, you're starting to earn some more passive income. So those are things you got to look at. Maybe buy, like Jack Carver was saying, maybe buy a car wash. Maybe get a vending machine business. There are so many things you can do out there, guys, that will give you income over and over. Remember, the goal here is to make money in your sleep and basically take your investments and roll them over into something that is going to continue to pay for your lifestyle. For me, and I don't know about anybody else, my time is my most important asset that I have. Time. A lot of people say, especially those in my household, that I'm always working, always in my head working. I enjoy doing that, but it also, for me, it pays dividends. I continue to work on things. I'm working on some things right now, but those are the things I'm always looking at. How can I make sure that my family is going to be taken care of long term? A lot of people look at it as, well, he's always working, he doesn't do anything or go anywhere. What they don't realize is that I am working forward. So I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of other things, and I don't care to. I'm always looking at where can my money and my time be spent. Where can I get more return on my time? So those are the things you got to look at, guys. So my question to you is, what are you going to do with your XRP returns? I'm not trying to exclude anyone, for anyone, just with your returns, period. What are you planning to do with your returns? Some of you might be about to pay off your debt. Some of you might be about to actually start a side hustle, as I always talk about. But the most important thing is that you have a plan for it. Again, this is what this channel is about, preparing you guys to be those future millionaires that you never thought you would be. Let me know down below, guys. As always, I love you. I'm out.